Today I'm off on a very different winter adventure. I'm here at Greenwood Park to partake of an activity that I have never done before. If you saw my last video of my hike in the Catskills, you'll know that of the 9 hikers, 8 were wearing snowshoes and I was not. At the time I had some snowshoes on order, but they did not come in time. So today I'm going to take my inaugural walk on snowshoes and we'll see how that goes. The first snowshoes I ordered were from LL Bean before I really knew too much about snowshoes, and it turned out that they were not exactly what I needed. They did not have a heel lift on them. So I returned those. I did some more research, and when I was on the hike in the Catskills with the other people who did have snowshoes, I was able to see how they were using them and learn quite a bit about what to look for. And I then settled on Tubbs as the brand of snowshoe that I purchased. And here they are. They've arrived. I also got some trekking poles, and the little snow baskets at the end here, which were originally missing, are here now and on the ends of the poles, and we're going to give this a go and see what happens. So I mentioned the heel lift that was missing from the LL Bean snowshoes. That's this right here, and that lifts up. And where that becomes important is when you are trying to climb hills and go up. It keeps your heel from going all the way down, taking a lot of the stress off of your calf muscles. Another feature of these snowshoes is they have the BOA binding, which is supposed to make it very easy to get these snowshoes on and off. Just have to get your foot in and have the heel part adjusted correctly, and then it's simply a turning of the knob to tighten everything up. Alright, got them on, got them tightened. We'll see how this goes. When I looked at the 10-day forecast a few days ago, it was showing things like temperatures in the 40s and 50s. I had no real idea that there was going to be any snow. But then yesterday, start getting these winter storm warning messages. And 2 to 5 inches, 6 to 8 inches, and so on. So this was a bit of a surprise to me, but a very pleasant surprise, because now I get to try the snowshoes. So far, so good. Here at Greenwood Park, they advertise cross-country skiing and snowshoeing. So it looks like they have these groomed trails, I would think mostly for the cross-country skiing. It's paths I have walked many times in summer and fall. Usually it's just a dirt road, but here you've got a bit of a groomed snow path. Here's a section of the path where there's just a sheer sheet of ice underneath the snow, so thank goodness for the grips, the crampons, the spikes that are on the bottom of the snowshoes. Everything has been very flat so far, but as I recall, there is a spot where there will be a little bit of an ascent, a little bit of an uphill, so I hope to be able to try the heel lifts on my Tubbs snowshoes to see how they work. When you're just walking flat like this, it's pretty much just like walking. One of the tips I was given was to just make sure you walk with your feet a little further apart than you might normally in street shoes, just to make sure the snowshoes aren't getting caught on each other. That's been working for me really well so far. My feeling on trekking poles is that they're more of a tripping hazard than anything when hiking, and so far for snowshoeing over flat ground, I still have the same opinion. We'll see what happens when we get to climbing hills or coming down hills in snowshoes. That's where the poles may come in handy. Just up ahead here, the trail does start to go uphill a little bit. First we have to navigate this icy patch that, as I mentioned, the crampons on the bottom really take care of that, no problem. So just to give it a try, whether they're really necessary or not, I'll try flipping up the heel lifts and see what that does for me. May not show up too well on the video, but we did actually climb a little bit of a hill here, and I used the heel lifts. I don't know how much strain they took off of my calf muscles, but I will say that the crampons digging in from the snowshoes really made climbing up this hill pretty simple. The light snow is falling now, making our way through the woods back towards the lake. I mentioned how you want to take steps with your feet a little wider apart. Sometimes easier said than done. It's easy to fall back into old habits, but if you focus on it, you can do it. And it definitely keeps the snowshoes away from each other. I've hiked in these woods many times looking for birds in spring and summer and fall, but never in winter. Things look very different with everything covered in snow. I'm not exactly sure where I am, but I think I'm heading back towards the lake now. We're about 2 miles in on this walk. Hopefully we'll get back to the car. I had a picture of the trail map on my phone, and since I came to the junction of 3 different trails, it seemed like a good time to check it out. So it's the woodland trail that we want. That will take us back to the parking lot. Well, I found my way back. I'm on the dike now, about to head over towards the parking lot. It's been quite a day here. It's been beautiful with the snow sticking to the tree limbs. It's not that cold out, so it's been very enjoyable. It's been an excellent first try of snowshoes, and I look forward to using them in the Catskills. Thanks for watching and joining me on this adventure out here in the snow at Greenwood Park. Be content, stay curious, enjoy the moment.